Overpricing your home takes a greater toll than just losing money and costing time.
Sure does.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are still, though, even in that situation, delighted that we've been able to come alongside you for over 35 years, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, coming alongside you to build your fun, build your faith, build your fitness, build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. This has been a tough show.
Yeah.
This is segment C. We're on show 735, which blows my mind. And we still find things that are tough to talk about.
I think we should make it a little lighter. You know, you said when you were saying that it's 35 years we've been helping people buy and sell real estate. And I was thinking, oh, I'm so long in the tooth. It's amazing my teeth stay in my lips, right? Because they should be really long with my age.
Oh,
isn't that ridiculous?
It is.
But that's the thoughts that go on in Ken's head while you're talking.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought he'd be with me. I'm hoping you're with me. And it's more like 37 years, which is even crazier to me. 1989.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 2026. So here we are. It's one of these things that when we overprice, it doesn't just take away our money. It doesn't just cost us time, because lots of people say, I got all the time in the world. It's just you actually also have this thing called emotional impact.
Yeah, emotional costs are huge.
The toll is big.
And you know what? Sometimes people get worn out. They get tired of keeping the house clean, tired of showings,
tired of yelling at the
leaving
kids or each other.
Yeah, tired of leaving the house for the showings, right? And eventually when they get an offer, even if it's low, they just want the pain to stop. And they'll take below market sometimes. So it has an emotional cost, which translates into even more money as a cost. Now, some of the other things that are missing here in our conversation yet, I think, is, where are people going?
Well, they may lose out on the house they want.
Exactly.
Because if the one you want is priced appropriately to the market and not underpriced, we're not talking about giving your house away. I mean, I think that's why this conversation concerns you so much, because it may sound like we're telling you to give your house away. We're not. We like to advocate for you and get you every dime and every dollar that your house can bear in this market or can get in the marketplace. So it's not about underpricing. It's about not overpricing so that you undersell. Right? And so we want to make sure that it's clear what we're saying. And we want to make sure that you may lose out on the right one because it was priced right.
That's
and
the
now
opportunity cost.
Right. Now you're stuck in an inferior home and maybe you don't even really want to sell anymore. Good news is it haven't sold yet. You can probably take it off the market. And yet you've gone through all that emotional up and down and around and sideways for nothing but pain. Fuck.
Yeah. And maybe you've already bought that second home or you own two.
That's worse.
Okay. Because now you've got the emotional stress and cost there, but you also have this extra expenses, which people don't really calculate, right? There's the interest on whatever mortgage. And even if you say, well, I don't have a mortgage on that house anymore, that's why I was be able to buy the other one. Well, you have opportunity costs. All that money that's sitting in the house could be invested somewhere else, making a rate of return. Okay, so there's that opportunity lost. There's the insurance, and insurance is going to go up if it's vacant.
Or you got to run out there every 3 days or 2 days, depending on your insurance.
Still got to do. Got to do both.
You got to do both, right? So your insurance costs go up, but you also have to go visit it. So now your gas costs go up, your stress goes up, your enjoyment of life goes down. These are real things.
Yep. You've got taxes. You've got heating costs, electrical costs. And you add all these up, it's thousands and thousands a month, like probably 3 to 5, depending on the size of the house or more.
And then sometimes
per
people
month.
say, well, I'm just going to turn the heat down. I love this one.
Oh my gosh.
And then people that go into the house to look at it say, the house is cold. I bet it's not well insulated.
It's cold and drafty.
It's cold and drafty. This isn't a good house. Well, it's got nothing to do with that. If I don't turn the heat high enough in any house, it's going to be cold and feel drafty. And
or vice versa. It's going to be shut up and hot in the summer because the AC is not on. The windows aren't open because you don't want rain to get in. And now it gets stale and musty. And so now these are for vacant houses.
yeah.
Also, a vacant house tends to attract less money.
Unless it's brand new on the market and it's priced right.
Mhm.
If it's priced at where it ought to be. We just sold one for one of our clients and it made sense for it was vacant, had been their home. They had had family live in the home and now it's time for family to live somewhere else based on lifestyle and season of life. And so it made more sense to have no one in the house when it was on the market.
Mhm.
It was going to be easier to have it accessible for showings.
Yeah,
right?
and
So that one actually sold for more and sold quickly because it was priced where the market showed that it ought to be. And actually, we pushed it a tiny bit because we felt that the home had merit to be priced a little higher.
Yeah, it had
Then
some extra hardwood and an updated kitchen
And it was-
compared to the last one that sold.
Right. And so we felt, and it was well cared for. They'd done a little bit of painting, a little bit of maintenance, like they followed the recommendations. And
Yeah.
although it was vacant, we sold it very, very quickly and got really good money for it.
And that was November where the market's starting to slow down.
That's what they tell me. Like homes sell 12 months of the year.
They do.
It's not yes, you might sell for a little bit more in the spring market. You're also going to have a lot more activity. You're also going to have a lot more competition. So it may not sell anymore in the spring.
Yeah. Back to the car analogy.
Oh, yeah.
If you're selling when it's still snow on the ground, when I used to sell cars, I sold cars for a couple of years. Maybe it was 1 year. It felt like a couple of years, but it was only less than 1 year. In the wintertime, if people came on the lot, they needed a car. Because you don't come just to have the fun of test driving a car if you don't need one in the winter. And it's the same thing with houses. People don't just go, oh, it might be nice to see.
There's no spring fever happening in
No.
December and January.
No, not yet.
February, it starts if we have a nice day.
Yeah. So planning to price high and do price cuts later is not a great strategy, because what will happen is, like Yetta said, you're chasing that ball downhill. Customer confidence is gone. The competitive offers are at the beginning.
And your stress is high.
So you got to keep dropping.
Mhm.
You will end up one of those people that sells for 5 to 12% less than you could have if you priced on the market to begin with. Is that what we're saying, Yetta?
That's what we're saying.
All right, and we're glad you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.